Antigone, the first female hero. I have chosen to do my presentation on Antigone, which was written around 442 BC by Sophocles. The presentation will be specific to Antigone's main protagonist, Antigone, discussing her personality, what she represents, and why she still matters today. Beginning with her personality and a few traits that really stuck out to me, um, being faithful, unbiased, and fair, true, and also confident. By faithful, I mean to her morals and to her gods. Knowing her brother represents a scare tactic and that his body is being desecrated and sort of still humiliated, um, she knows that that goes against her moral code as well as her faith. She's also unbiased and fair. Although her brother is a traitor, he is still a human being deserving the sacrament of a burial, and just because there is a human law against burying him specifically, it doesn't mean that her doing it is morally wrong. And she's also true to her actions. She says she's going to bury him, she goes and does it, and in the face of the accusations and knowing the punishment and sort of being intimidated by her uncle, she stays true to her word and admits that she had done it. And kind of going with being true is also her confidence. She's unswayed by her obligation not to bury her brother because of the law. She does it anyways. And even knowing the consequences are grave, she is confident. She goes out, not knowing the circumstances, if someone's going to be there, and she just does it. So what does she represent? Well, to begin with, she represents balance. Creon created a law that no matter how unharmful his intentions were, that is unjust and extreme in its nature. Her defying that is also extreme. She goes out, she does it, and when Creon accuses her, she openly admits that she has done it. She creates this balance by showing that it's so extreme. And then also she represents justice for those unable to defend themselves. Her brother's body being desecrated and humiliated is unjust, and she knows that, and he's not here to defend himself, so she defends him. She also represents respect for the gods as well as for all people. Uh, Her brother, even though he's no longer here, her burying him shows him respect to her family and to God, as well as honor. She represents honor in a way that even though the circumstances are grave and she is kind of looking down the barrel and knowing that what's about to happen to her is bad, she doesn't stop because she knows that it's wrong. So why does she still matter? And I imagine why she really mattered when the story came out is that she is a voice for the voiceless. Her being a female sort of shows that anyone is capable of doing this. Um, she's in a room full of powerful men, and her voice probably doesn't matter, but she makes it matter. She shows that they're wrong, that nothing's going to get in her way, and that anyone can do this. And that kind of follows empowerment as well. Empowerment for anyone without power. The few have always had more power than the many, so things can get out of hand easily and it can seem sort of intimidating to stand up to something. But in Antigone's case, it didn't stop her, and it just goes to show that it doesn't have to stop anybody. And even though the end of the story for her is bad, it still shows that we can make a difference. And she also brings clarity to the situation. Her uncle has clearly gotten out of hand, and he probably doesn't even recognize that. Even though he knows his law against, burying her brother is extreme, he doesn't realize how immoral it truly is. And Antigone going and burying him and standing up against him brings clarity to the situation that it's wrong. This is probably my favorite story that we read, and it kind of just stood out to me the most. And I really liked it here, and I love how something that old and that she's a female in that time being written about just shows a lot of power and strength and how anyone can really make a difference. So thanks, guys.